of 2d20s making sweet love in your ears.
Bad form, sir. Bad form. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nerds of Legend. It's been a while. We've done some stuff. Now it's time to play some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Ben. In the middle top, next to me is Brendan. The other side of me is Will. On the bottom left there is Joel. On the bottom right is Brian. And also we have a special baby Davy guest.
Yes, because she didn't want a nap and mommy's not home yet.
Couple little announcements here before we get started. Our next book is called, which we forgot to announce on stream, is called The Innocent Mage by Karen Miller. We ought to be doing it soon because it's going to be coming up quick. So
yeah. I also apologize for the Rebecca Roanhorse one because that one turned out to be a problem.
So we decided not to do the episode on that one. And other than that, we'll be continuing our delving into the Warhammer 40k universe, talking about the Badab Wars next week. And with that said, let's get started. Will.
Well, where we last left off was you guys had successfully fended off some assassins, specifically an assassin and 3 harpies.
Yes.
Something happened. I heard
Nope.
a bloop, bloop, bloop.
We're good. That was my fault.
Okay. I was like, shit, did we lose someone already?
So,
so yeah, you guys successfully did that, and you have no other throughout the night. So you guys make it to the morning, where you were told you would meet up with Gaius.
I can't remember. Did we check the body of that assassin?
You did not tell me you did. Would you like some loot?
I would like to check out the body of the assassin, as well as the harpies. Now that dawn has broken.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. One got away, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I thought I tried to Eldritch Blast one and I missed him. At the end, there was like one that ran off.
One of the harpies did escape, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he said that, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I thought I missed one.
Because they noped out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with that, you would have 2 sets of leather armor.
Oh.
1 set of +1 leather armor.
Oh.
A seashell. 26 copper pieces and 8 silver pieces.
You said 26?
26 and 8.
8 copper?
A book of... Yep. A book of prayers to Lutheria.
Oh, interesting.
A mummified goblin hand.
Oh.
A tinderbox. And a +1 dagger. And then, because I am a large fan of crafting, you technically have 2 harpy bodies there. I don't know if you guys want to figure anything out for that, though.
Aren't they sentient? Like, that's a playable
They
race or
are
something,
sentient.
right?
Yeah, they are one of the races you can be.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a no-no. I mean...
I don't care if they're sentient. Are they delicious?
Oh.
They taste like a weird combination of pork and chicken.
So, yes.
So meatballs.
Yeah.
Akmos has no such reservations. I think he'd be perfectly fine with.
Oh, aren't you the one that like started noshing it? You started noshing into a raw chicken in session 1, didn't you?
A live chicken. It was a live chicken.
Yeah.
It,
Right.
yeah. It had not been plucked even.
Yeah. So feathers are not going to limit Akmos. I think he's going to start if no one's using that +1 dagger, he's going to start getting some prime cuts, if you know what I mean.
DM, what color is their plumage?
Uh-oh.
Do you want to shot at the feathers before I start digging?
Black and gray.
Okay. I will have taken some of their feathers.
Cool.
Hoppy.
Or
feather.
actually, is there anything that Mox would know about?
Oh, wait, these weren't harpies. They were sirens. They were the second form of siren. I remember this now.
I mean, still sentient.
Yes,
It was
no,
like
it's
was
still
not like a
sentient.
creature.
But there's two. The thing that's mixing me up is I had to describe them as harpies because there are two kinds of
Yes,
sirens.
it's confusing. I remember.
And then I said it, and I was like, "Oh,
Okay, so they are sirens, and as far as like the player race is concerned, yes.
yes, that style of siren,
Yes,
not the sea siren, which is also a thing."
not the mermaid chick, the bird one.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything about them that I would specifically know about? Like, for example, like, would I know much about them in terms of like their capabilities with their voice?
Yeah, that's pretty common knowledge.
Okay.
You were known that they are known to enchant people with their song.
Okay. I'm gonna ask something a little fucked up.
Here we go.
Okay,
You know it's bad when
hit me.
Brian gives a
Yeah, content warning.
qualifier. Just
How do I
say
put
it.
this?
Just say it.
Just let it out.
Can I? Is there a way to make one of them into a musical instrument?
Do you have any crafting skills?
That's a great question.
Or moral reservations.
I mean, I figured that was given he's even asking it.
I have no specific crafting skills that I have of note.
Then you don't really have any idea of where to begin.
Okay. In that case, I was thinking to
Almost
myself
would.
in my rage, you know what I'm saying? Because I was still in rage in the last episode after, like, you know, seeing
At
all
the
that
end of the
red.
fight, yeah, you. I think you actually continued to beat one of them, so one of them is
Paste.
probably not too salvageable.
The
You'll
one
need
that
to-
fell down
you'll
the
need to
shaft was
remove
also
the-
probably.
Yeah. I mean, Akmos could tell him if he shows interest.
No,
He
I
does
was
have
thinking more.
crafty.
In my rage, I was like, oh, I don't know if I would have done that. But, like, yeah, no, okay, never mind. I'm good.
He just stretches it out, plays it like a
I
flute.
just need to make a musical instrument right now.
Is anyone in need of a dagger or some leather armor? No. Very well.
If no one's going to take the dagger, I'll take the dagger.
You know, like flip it in his hand and hand it to him. Help first.
It looks like a butter knife in your hands, Mox.
Mox is the closest thing we have to a sneak. Like that's not saying much. But
Yep.
I think it says a lot when you're a barbarian.
Barbarians can be sneaky.
just just because like not the weight of armor. That's the closest thing.
You don't see me.
It appears that Unless it was a plant, it appears that this assassin was an adherent to Lutheria. I guess we could just, wait till daybreak now.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much. You guys don't have any real events. And at daybreak, Gaius would show up.
Yeah.
He's once again flanked by 2 guards, as he was when he visited you. And he is going to walk up and he's going to go, "Well, I have the answer for you."
And what is it?
About if he'll be taken as a sacrifice.
Indeed.
And what did they
He
say?
will be brought to the Rock of Estor, just as the previous sacrifice would have taken place.
I see.
So does that mean your
Were
daughter's
you also
safe then?
aware that there was a commotion in the night?
A commotion?
Yeah, there was a man. He came here to kill him.
3
and
sirens
brought-
and a man came from the sewers. His body lies down there.
And some of the sirens lay right over there. Can I make?
Hand
I want
over
to
to-
clarify. I made sure.
And over to
this is
Akmos, just
safe. I am actively, after watching Mox go nuts, I am actively prestidigitating any blood that I see, as I see it. So I'm hyper focused. I'm talking, but I'm focused on cleaning up Akmos.
I mean, you would have had enough time that you would have been able to
Akmos
clean
is
it all.
actively eating them right now.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm just
fair.
clarifying instead of ones the blood dribbles down my chin. No, it doesn't.
The funniest part is he considers himself the most civilized of the party.
So, I'm not trying to complain at all, but it seems like there's some aspects of your security that needs a little bit of help there. Especially you don't think people coming from the drains.
Gaius is going to be it's not my security, but Pythor's.
Pythor's security.
And either way, you seem to have dealt with it quite well.
Yes, it was a good thing we decided to leave a guard. Was it not?
Indeed. And none of you perished.
Correct.
He looks less than thrilled at that. It's not hidden.
Yeah. Yes. Fortunately, we were able to survive.
Yes,
You
quite
said that
fortunate.
he doesn't look happy that we didn't die.
Although it's
Yeah, this is the bad guy.
this is the bad guy. If you forgot.
Okay. I thought this was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not Pythor.
Yeah, I thought that was the.
Yes. Yeah, it seems whoever was sent these assassins was probably needs to train their help a little better. I'm just gonna stare dead at Gaius.
I like how Will just says, "This is
Indeed.
the bad guy." Is it it's just a Hank sign over his head,
Flashing.
I realized he didn't
Animaniacs,
realize
huh?
who.
Yeah, I did too.
What?
I was
That
like-
I didn't realize it was the bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, very clearly I didn't. I'm not a smart person.
That's bad guy face. He has bad guy.
He has bad guy face.
No, I mean
like
my
fighting basic.
character doesn't know. I'm aware because it's the same picture.
And he is going to kind of look to you all and go, "Are you doing the prisoner transfer?"
I believe we will. Yes.
Take him then. And he'll just kind of turn and start leading you. assuming you will follow.
I'm gonna grab Braccus by his arm and usher him along.
Okay. So you guys get led over to the Rock of Estor, jutting out of the shallows of the Arkleon River. The Rock of Estor is less impressive than its name would suggest. Its flat surface forms a natural altarpiece where numerous sacrifices have evidently taken place. There's an iron pole stuck directly in the center of the rock, and white stones are scattered about its base. Strong rapids push past the rock noisily. There are 2 members of the Order of Sidon already there. And they kind of like look at you, just like you were pulling him by his arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got him like not like pulling him but just like basically I've got a hold on him and we're walking along.
Okay.
I mean, if he's like putting up resistance, yes, I'm dragging him along. But if he's not,
he's not really putting up resistance. He knows
like
his fate.
Down.
Yeah. Then the 2 guards will attach some manacles to him and kind of lead him over on a chain.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of somberly does it. They attach him. And then Gaius just kind of sits there and watches and waits.
Would there be a chance for me to like go up to him at all?
Who?
Braccus.
Braccus?
Yes.
I mean, the entire time you're walking him here.
Okay. If there's like a chance where it's like I could like be unheard, I'm just gonna kind of be like whisper to him, like be like,
give me a stealth.
Okay.
Let's see how successful you are at that.
While he's doing that, is my half-sister nearby?
Because my thought is that we can kind of like still have a chance to get some information out of this guy if we can like really like it's like see what the price of loyalty, see what the rewards of loyalty are. It's just a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Well, lucky you. Because that was worse. So yeah, you find like a where you're pretty sure it's good, and what do you like whisper to him? And to answer your question, Brian, no, your half sister is nowhere around for this right now.
And I'm just gonna basically be like, you see what the rewards of loyalty to a god, to a would-be god are.
You seem to think he's not a god himself.
If you were in my order, the price of failure is not death, but also, I guess if you were in my order, you would not have been sent on such a mission as this. So,
I have not failed my order, but betrayed it, remember? As he looks at you.
So you say.
Yes.
That was my last attempt to get any kind of information out of the guy, but
yeah, he's not budging.
nah, too loyal. Damn cultists. That was the.
It's not a cult if it's an established religion.
It's a cult. I don't care. Remember, that's Spiro still thinks of it as a cult. It was a little like cult when he was in charge. Now it's like a full blown religion, yeah, but
It's like the Catholic. It's like a lifelong Catholic trying to take Scientology serious.
Yeah, it's like a 100 BC Roman like waking up 1,000 years later and seeing what the Catholic Church is now after the fucking Council of Nicaea or whatever.
So yeah, then he gets locked up, and then probably after like about 20 minutes passes before anything happens. I'm assuming you guys stay.
Yeah, make sure there's no shenanigans.
I will ask someone where my sister is, because last I knew, she was chained to the rock.
No, Pythor was keeping them away.
Not chained yet. Pythor was avoiding that.
Okay.
Pythor hid her away from the Order of Sidon.
Yeah, if she'd been out there, she would have already been dead.
Yeah.
Which becomes blatantly apparent when you see out from the water emerge 2 basilisks.
Chicken lizards.
And as they emerge, they come over to Braccus. They turn him to stone and then devour the petrified remains.
That's got to do havoc on the bowels.
And then, after a few minutes, they return to the river. Gaius turns to you all and goes, "Thank you for your service to Sidon." And then leaves.
I hate that guy.
I do too.
No, your sister's safe now. Is that what I'm understanding? Like, we're good? We did what Pythor needs us to do?
I'd say let's go see Pythor now.
I mean, do we even have witnesses? Is he going to just take our word for it?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. The Order of Sidon's not gonna. I mean, we bought him a year, basically. You know, Sidon's gonna come back in the next year or whatever and do the sacrifice thing again, but...
You know what? In 500 years, these gods are still playing their same stupid games.
Yes, at least back then the other gods didn't have to listen.
No, they didn't. Pythor was nothing. Did this, whatever her name is, Thierra, or whatever the fuck they call her nowadays, she was garbage too. Just fine. Let's go talk to Pythor.
I start walking towards Pythor's chambers.
Same.
All right. You guys approach the castle. And this time, though, you can hear from inside music and laughter. And
Can I ask a question? No, never mind. I'll play it out in game.
okay. And even the guards seem to be less on edge. And you guys head back into that main chamber to meet him. And this time, instead of throwing goblets, he's just raising them. He already is in full-blown celebration and thoroughly drunk. And he goes, "To the hero!" And he's like,
Clipped out a little bit there.
the heroes.
Yeah.
Gotta make it a little quieter.
Oh.
There we go.
So, sir, evidently it all worked out as you planned. So, what do you have for us next?
What do I have for you? I have 3 things. For the warriors of prophecy, you all have my eternal
Do
gratitude.
you remember, going back to prophecy, it just came in, how old are you? Do you have anything to do with this bringing me and this bastard forward 500 years or placing us out of time? Because you said a lot of words that have been ringing in my ears for a long time.
I've said a lot of things.
You said a lot of things that made me be thinking about words I heard on a beach when I was a boy. Was that you?
That wasn't him. Remember, I had to have you change that.
The Pythor?
No, from Pythor, you had chosen him, and
Yeah.
he wasn't around when you were a boy.
But I don't know, because Versi denies it.
The DM is telling you that that's not the case. You're
No, I know. I'm saying my character doesn't know.
Oh, who it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you had it in your backstory, so I thought your
Yeah,
character.
it is in my
bad.
backstory. It is. He's trying to figure out who did it.
Ah, okay. So at that point, then I will in character. He'll be like, no, I came to this realm about 500 years ago with the other five. But we're much older than that. Lot older.
So
It's hard to keep track of numbers.
right. Well, it was just a passing thought. So I don't know why my accent changed. So what are your three things you need?
It's not that I need you or get things.
As long as one of them's a bath and the other's a bed, I don't care.
No. Guaranteed. Anytime you are in Astoria, you are taken care of. But for my son, I swear this oath to you. The same oath of service you have had placed upon you. I swear to you, as long as it does not interfere with any other oaths that I currently have on my persons. And though I do not think you'll like this one, but maybe one of your compatriots will, and he's going to go behind his throne and pick up this just massive hammer, and the modern group will immediately recognize this, but those who weren't around would not. You see this golden warhammer, and for those of you who do know what it is immediately, that is Pythor's hammer that he has used in battle for 500 years.
oh.
And he is going to kind of hand it to you, Mox, and go, it's not your style. You like the sharp, pointy bits. And I respect that. But this was used by my father to forge our weapons. Perhaps you will find use of it.
I'm gonna
And-
slowly look over toward Akmos.
So is that a weapon or a tool?
Both. Of great
I'm gonna-
power.
I'm gonna
It's
look at Aqua as
both?
well.
Mechanically wise, this is a warhammer.
How
It
large?
requires attunement, and it is legendary. Attacks made with this weapon have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. Once per day, you can instantly summon the hammer to your hand from any distance. It teleports directly into your grasp.
Thor.
And
Got it.
the hammer's main purpose is to forge magical weapons and armor, and if used in such a fashion, the creation time is halved.
How large is this thing?
While technically a warhammer, it is larger than a warhammer humans. This is sizable for you, but it's still a little on the small end. Just a little bit, though.
It's a magical weapon, so it would fit the wielder.
It could probably resize to any kind of hammering needs you'd need.
I just imagine Akmos is just like drooling.
Akmos
I mean, he knows what that is, so yeah, this is Vulcan's weapon.
Yeah.
Or not, this is Pythor's weapon, but Vulcan's like forge hammer.
It's like us at Galloping Ghost, and I'm like, dude, that's Blitz 2000 over there. You could fit a Nintendo 64 memory card and upload your own plays, and Ben would be like, that's nice.
I was at Galloping
nice.
Ghost like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, we need
Best.
to play some pinball, my guy. Anyways, that's exactly how Akmos is talking right now. He's like, oh, the strike marks from the hammer surface are impeccable. You could use any quality carbon steel. It's like cutting through butter.
So,
And
what you're saying is Akmos' fur is fully aroused at this moment?
Yeah.
no, he definitely is.
He's nerding out, and with humans, no less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very interesting.
I get that it's a very pretty hammer, but it rightfully belongs to Mox, so calm down there.
And that at the mention of my name, I'll look to him and I'll go, wrong.
Commando, 1987.
The gifts of my father are gifts not to me, but to our company. We have already taken the oath where we are bonded together. The gifts of my father are gifts to all of us. And I hand it over to Akmos.
Oh my gosh.
That had to have been hard, but I do think you made the right choice there. If it can be used for forging, then do you think you got it in you?
I think Akmos is awestruck because I don't think he's ever seen an act of charity with his own eyes. Other than
Get it right.
He's never seen an act of charity with his own eye, with my own eye. Yeah. Other than those that he has exerted on fellow Cyclopses who play too hard with their friends.
If I remember
Awestruck.
right, is one of our tasks is to forge the weapons of the first Dragon Lords, is it not?
That is one of our
Yes,
tasks.
ignite the mithril forge and craft weapon. It's craft weapons and to find the previous weapons of the Dragon Lords.
Oh,
Two
and
separate
craft.
but similar things.
Sorry, it's light the silver fires of the Lost Forge, and craft weapons and craft. I'm going to put craft in my notes. I believe this would be a worthy tool for when we find the Lost Forge.
I think Akmos will take a knee in respect to Mox, and he will say,
become head height with Mox.
and he will say, "Together, we will solve this riddle of steel."
Together.
There's gonna be a little Dylan, you son of a bitch, kind of.
Predator handshake.
For those of you who don't remember the 80s, you're missing out.
I remember.
What's really great is Akmos can do that to all three of you if he really had to.
At the same time. Dylan,
You can.
you son of a bitch.
All right.
He hands him the hammer. He goes, hands him the hammer. He goes, it's not a tumor.
And
Damn it, Brian.
Does the hammer change dimensions as Akmos holds it?
it can grow up to a warhammer for you, and it can go so small as to be like a regular hammer if you wanted.
Like a jeweler's hammer. Like,
But it doesn't grow.
Actually, yeah, it could go to like a jeweler's hammer.
like one of those ones that are like used like when they check your reflexes at the doctor. Just like
Yeah, you can fully resize that to suit your forging needs.
I'll try that on my enemies. I need you to hold very still.
donk.
He just shatters their kneecap.
Yeah.
Did that hurt?
And then Pythor's going to go, I knew it wasn't your style. That's why I got you this one. And he is going to pull out a great sword.
Ooh.
And he is going to go, this is a mithril honor blade. It's very special. When you hit creatures with non-magical shields, it will just break them.
Ooh.
This is quite wonderful in battle.
Big surprise.
And he just kind of like looks at it like he's like, I fucking love these things. And that is a
Fucking love
+1
this sword.
also.
Yoink.
He thought you might like that one. He knows his son so well.
Pythor, if I may ask,
Yes.
do you know of a Demetria?
Sorry, no.
Very well.
Old flame.
No. She knows who I am.
Everyone knows who you are now. Heroes of prophecy.
No. She knows who I was then.
Oh. Who are you? He like leans in. Did that pick up?
Yes, it did.
It's
Okay.
okay. Man.
Oh yeah, because he's like hammered right now, right?
He is fucking gone. He found out 20 minutes ago
That his daughter was gonna.
that his
make it.
daughter's for sure safe, and he has consumed far too much alcohol.
I was a dragon lord once. I don't know what I am now.
You were?
Yes.
He's just like, the fuck?
Do you know where Balmytria's grave may lie?
Her grave?
Yes. Is that the crypt of Telemach? Sorry, I took erratic notes because you like lore dumped on us when you
Yeah.
got the prophecy.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. There was a lot of lore.
Yeah.
And he's going to go, No, she had disappeared before the tomb was made. The tomb was made during my time. We did it to honor all of them who had sacrificed themselves.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can ask that would be like a hint towards our next objective. Because I know
You are
From the
looking
map.
for her horn, correct?
yeah, because there's the horn,
Okay.
there's the forge, and then there's like the weapons of the first Dragon Lord.
He will tell you. While Tillamook does not contain the remains of the dragons, it does contain the remains of dragon lords who could be recovered. And at the dragon shrine, should you wish to pay respects to Balmytria, it has her horn.
Very well. And that is at Tillamook? Where's that at?
No, that is in town,
Okay.
in Astoria.
I see.
Is there any other way
you said
can assist you?
Balmytria's. The
Balmytria's
cave
horn
of
is here.
Balmytria. It's in town. It's here.
Yes, yeah, the dragon shrine. Aesop. He takes care of it.
That guy.
I am going.
Because didn't you say did you say I've met him before?
Yeah, you know him.
I was like, I'm just gonna like him. That
Actually,
guy.
at that mention, Theophilus, you recognize the name Aesop.
Do I like Aesop?
Let me find. Aesop was in relation with one of the dragon lords. I cannot remember which one off the top of my head. As in, lovers.
Oh.
Yes. Aesop was involved with Adonis Newer Dragon.
Okay. So, as I said earlier, I am going to go pay respects to Balmytria.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess Abath can wait. I'll go pay my respects to the first dragon, well, of the order.
If you all wish, we will be continuing to celebrate all week.
I apologize, Max.
thank you for the
assume
offer,
you wish to
but,
speak with your half-sister.
I have no interest in any kind of drinking at this moment. So, I'm gonna go find and pay respects to Balmytria. So,
I think we're all supposed to do that.
well, you can come with me or drink or do whatever you're gonna do. It's in town.
Very well.
Max, do you want to look for your sister, though, before?
I do.
I'm gonna assume you don't know who she is at all.
I've never met her, no.
Yes, that's what I was figuring. But it is fairly like you have a pretty good idea of who it is, because Pythor has made a little like. It's not really a throne like his, but like she's up on a higher chair than everyone else, and there's like a shit ton of gifts. And people are kind of like giving them. And you see this woman who seems maybe a little older than you. But... Or no, she'd look a little younger. You'd recognize that she kind of seems a little like nymph-like. And she also has like scales along the sides of her like chin that kind of just like are there.
Apparently, I'm just gonna like whisper to Theophilus and just be like, apparently Pythor does not have a type.
You would be correct.
I am to say it not quietly. Like, well, she's obviously part of sea nymph. I've fallen for a few of those back in my day. And then I'm going to get a really weird look and be like, what was your mother's name?
To who?
Oh, and let Mox go to her first. Fuck, sorry.
Oh, yeah, shit. Never mind. I'm going back to Balmytria. Goodbye.
No, wait.
I forgot. I'm not even there. Stop.
No, you're still there. Come on.
So I guess I'll go up to my sister.
She's gonna kind of look at you and go, brother?
Sister.
I hear I have you to thank for my life.
Me and my friends.
Yes, of course, all of you, yes. And she's just gonna kind of like look around at what's kind of happening for this thing and just be like, and kind of like step around presents. And
Sister, I have a gift for you as well.
no, I really don't need gifts for just not dying.
This one I think you'll like.
Very well.
And I take out the +1 dagger. And I present it to her. This dagger was carried by some of the assassins who wanted to murder the prisoner under our guard so that you would be sacrificed in his place. May it always be a testament to you that no matter what, I will always come for you. And we will not fail you.
She's gonna like tear up a little bit and just like kind of go in for a hug, but you're a lot bigger than her.
I pick her up and I give her one of those, like, you know, big old bear hugs. I just like spin her around, sort of thing.
Grapple check. No.
I mean, she is the daughter of the god of battle, so.
Yeah, so like you pick her up and she's like, ah, a little bit because you're a lot bigger and stronger than her. But she's trying to grip you just as hard as you are. Trying to. And then when you finally put her down, she's gonna like take the dagger and go, thank you. Should you ever need any help, I'll do what I can.
We are family.
We are.
Do you guys have anything you want to say to my half sister?
I think Joel did.
Not anymore.
He's like, I don't want to ruin the moment. Your hard act to follow, Mox.
I think
Okay.
Akmos is concerned. Like, he's not sure how many cultures he wants to offend and piss off. It's like humans. He's already like not sure if he's saved himself with that or not. So he's normally very pensive unless people challenge his abilities or his etiquette. So since that's not happening, I think he's just kind of
just sitting there looking at his hammer.
That too,
cheesing.
Like if you were 8 and you just got a Nintendo 64 on Christmas Day and someone asked you to like fill out a crossword puzzle, you'd be like, in a minute. So I think he's very focused on his new toy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And
I think at that point we're probably gonna head towards the shrine.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys are going to the shrine then?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not too hard to find. And actually, Caitlin will gladly lead you there, knowing right where it is. The shrine sits at the end of a quiet street that runs into the wall of the gorge. It's a large stone building with a copper dome. The pendulum above the door bears a marble engraving of the legendary dragon Balmytria. Inside the building, there's a strong smell of incense. But you notice everything's quiet. Do you guys go in?
Yes. I'm gonna kind of place my hand on the symbol. We hello, old friend.
I will kind of genuflect as I get in there, like an honored bow as I walk in.
Up, down, left, right.
I'm going to be very serious when I go in there. But I will also be I'll have one tear. And I will say to Spiros, I'm like, if you are serious and you were a dragon rider, then you'll know this was the greatest of us all. She is deeply missed. And I will be watching closely to see if he has an emotional reaction to this.
No shit.
Okay.
I am going to go
Keeping in mind,
find...
I've had plenty of time to come to terms with everyone I know is dead. Or
Except him, right next to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's a dragon. How long do dragons live?
Longer than 500 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Longer than you.
Evidently not right now. So...
once you guys kind of come in, that's when you notice a figure lying on the ground, semi towards the entrance.
Like a human figure, or like a statuette?
Humanoid figure laying on the ground.
Alive?
You would need to check them.
I will go check them.
They appear to be alive, and when you start to look over the body, you notice it's Aesop.
I'm just kind of nudge him with my foot and just say, "What are you doing asleep, you old fool?"
He is completely unresponsive. He appears to be unconscious. And you notice,
I am going to use
under his hair, a little bit of blood on the on his head.
If he's okay, not dead. Motherfucker.
He's not dead. He's just seems to have been knocked unconscious.
Shit.
I immediately start looking
my
around.
character sheet is frozen,
Yeah.
so...
I'm gonna look around as well.
I have Cure Wounds. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. That is going to bring him back up, and if you guys would give me investigation checks.
I just got a 12.
A 12 for investigation?
I'm not enjoying this one. I am actively
Focusing on the medical attention.
Yeah.
Oof, I got
As you should.
a measly 8.
A measly 8. Max, were you also investigating?
I believe I was, but my desk camera does not seem to be responsive. I'll just roll.
Yeah, I was like, just roll it anyway.
14.
14? Okay. All of you really don't have too much of a problem with this.
Suddenly, Theophilus feels there's a calling that smells a lot like feces, and he has to go take care of it.
Fair enough. We'll deal with the investigation.
Oh, that's a
first.
loaded one.
I'll be right back.
So, the reliquary is a small stone chapel that has 3 alcoves protected by glass. The glass in the central alcove has been shattered, and there's like a dark purple liquid splattered all over the floor, surrounding it. And, you see what looks to be a potential trail of the liquid.
Does it lead back outside, or where does it go?
It does start to kind of lead out of the building and into an adjoining alleyway. Then it starts to become a little more difficult to follow.
Can I get the scent of it and like maybe follow it that way?
You'll have advantage on this survival check.
Could I have Barnabas still. Would he...
Yes.
Because I assume what's missing is the horn. Would he be able to track dragon parts as well as he can apparently find dragon eggs eventually?
No.
Damn. Worth a shot.
Oh, we got the dice camera working.
Desk camera.
Nice. Dice camera.
Give it to me good.
Okay, no.
Oh.
Terrible.
Damn.
Terrible.
Oh.
Only a
When
9.
you like lean down to kind of get the scent, you get a little too close, and you just get wine straight up your nose,
Oh.
and you're like,
It's like a little bit of coke in there. It's just like
little scent blinded for a little bit now. Your nostrils are burning, but you can tell that was some kind of very easily
I'm sorry, that was some kind of what?
wine.
Okay.
But yeah, you were unable to really locate any more of the trail.
I'm gonna ask Barnabas to like look for who took the horn and go back in to see if Aesop knows anything.
Yeah, he's gonna go do a little fly around. And right when you get there, Aesop's kind of coming to
Who
in
took it?
Theophilus' arms, and he's just like, it's, yeah. I think I heard a cackle of goatlings.
I'm gonna telepathically send that to Barnabas because I can do that because he's my familiar.
Yes, you can. He is going to go like, Goatlings, got it.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's got the kobold voice.
And so he's looking. Joel, are you ready?
Yeah.
Type it dealt with.
Yes.
Aesop has woken up, and he had said that he believes it was goatlings that
Thank
attacked.
you. We'll find them.
Goatlings?
You rest now.
As in, like, goat people?
Yes.
Fucking fuck.
You would have knowledge because you guys are
They're
semi-aware.
first-
So let me share that for you.
They're
He's
That's a goatling.
He's my familiar, right? So I can like equip him with a spell, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All familiar benefits. You can also see through his eyes.
I'm going to equip him
I believe.
with Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
I'm going to say that I did that, if that's okay.
So,
That's fine. That allows you
Yes,
to track them, right?
Yeah, if he finds them, yes. So I
did you
don't
guys
know.
already talk about the Horn of Balmytria?
It's gone.
It's
From the
looking
goat-
like it's gone. One of the alcoves over here, which had like glass guarding it, appears to have been broken.
Yeah. All right. Is Barnabas finding anything?
Yes, Barnabas is going to find like just outside of town little gaggle of goatlings.
All right. And he's
And
going
he
to
will-
mark them.
He will hunter's mark one of them. How long and what distance does hunter's mark? You don't mind telling me?
Choose her until the spell ends. An advantage on any wisdom or survival checks to cast it. To find it. If it drops to 0, it's not giving me a range.
Okay.
Just a spell range.
Then it probably doesn't have a range.
Yeah, there's a range of the spell to initial cast, but not like
No. Yeah, that's different.
I believe I've seen stuff where it like can last up to like it lasts up to an hour at this level, but like eventually I think it's like a half mile or something like that. But as soon as I get that impression, as soon as that spell goes off from Barnabas, I'm like, Barnabas found them, and just like basically go running.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Anyone else going?
I'm going to look at Aesop, and I'm like, you know that crystal fucker over there says he was a dragon rider. You know that. You have any recollection of one looking as weird as that?
He's still coming like back a little bit, and then Theophanes.
Right. He said he was Phosphorian's rider. Wasn't that the girl? Anyways, and I take off.
You
after I say
died.
that.
Did you say you go then?
I asked him, wasn't he said I said all of that, and then as soon as I said, oh, wasn't that a girl, I run off.
Yeah. So he's just like
But you're dead.
on the floor, like he's just kind of looking around, like, oh my god, I died.
Yeah.
This is the afterlife.
Oh shit. He thinks
Does
he's
he
like.
say that out loud? Like,
I
can
mean,
we
he's
hear
like,
him
didn't
say it?
you die? So he's a little confused, but yeah, you guys go.
We'll figure it out later.
Does
I'm-
Akmos also leave?
I would say so. At this point, Akmos is following the glory, and it seems that where the humans go, that's where the glory is.
That's good.
I don't know. The Minotaur did a pretty good job of glory. I'm just saying.
It's a simple calculus.
I like how Akmos in the very beginning was like, me hit with stick. And now he's like, where have you now he's like a fucking physics professor.
He's a master smith. He didn't trust you. Like, he held his cards to his chest, and now he's like, oh, these humans can hold a conversation, and they
And they're not gonna stab me on sight.
I mean, I would have. In the very beginning, I would have.
I'm not showing my hand.
You are going to I assume you have Barnaby. Barnabas?
He's circling up high.
Yeah, he's like following them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have any problems really tracking them with that.
Right.
Because, well, you literally have an eye in the sky for it.
Yeah. I've got my
I see
drone.
what you did there.
I got my drone tracking.
Yeah. And
I'm like, Barnabas, hunt. No.
so, yeah. As you all are, the Oracle's chosen, you know that one of your great labors is to drink from the Balmytria. But the horn was just stolen from the Dragon Shrine by a tribe of goatlings. You track them down south of Astoria to the Old Woods. They haven't really been very careful. The trail is marked haphazardly with red wine that runs all the way through the forest. And they're also literally being tracked. And then...
Did I game the encounter a little bit?
Not super. But, you are... Oh, I don't even think I have a map prepared for this. That's going to be fun.
Oh.
I didn't know which way you guys were going for which quest.
Well, as soon as you said there was one in town, I was like, let's do this one.
Actually, there were two in town. That's why you guys were coming there. You just forgot a little. And that's okay. It's been like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, we also get to go to the crypt, I think, right?
No, actually, you guys had... Just to remind you, you were told to maybe ask the Dwarven clan in town
about the forge,
where the Mithril Forge is.
Yeah.
So you guys
Write
come
that down now.
across a clearing dominated by 7 large standing stones, each about twice the height of a man. The canopy is less thick here, allowing dappled light to pass through its rustling branches. Small creatures occasionally dart through the carpet of leaves blanketing the ground, and each of the standing stones is covered in splotches of fuzzy green moss. They are arranged in a half circle, and they are cold to the touch. Then there's also an entrance as the clearing grows wider. As you continue eastward, you notice ruined architecture that seems to suddenly loom over you. You realize that what you thought were trees are actually towering pillars of fluted marble, overgrown with vines and green moss. The columns stand 2 rows marching towards a massive stone temple facade. The ruins are worn with unfathomable age, and several of the pillars are toppled and shattered. And dozens of gargantuan tree roots wind their way through the clearing, climbing over fallen pillars and rupturing the walls of the temple.
And the goatlings went into the cave, I assume.
That was the last thing Barnabas had said to you.
Okay.
And then, like, Barnabas kind of lands. And he's like, that was where they went to. And then he gets hit by an acorn in the face. As there's a squirrel on one of the stones throwing acorns at you all. Only really affecting Barnabas, though.
Yeah.
Or
I'd like
Barnaby.
to Eldritch Blast
What's his
it.
name? I feel like I'm messing it up. Is it Barnabas?
It's Barnabas.
Okay, I am right on it.
Oh, Barnabas is throwing acorns?
No, there's
no,
a
Barnabas
there's
is
a
getting
squirrel
acorns
throwing
thrown at
acorns.
him.
That's
From a
what
squirrel.
I thought. I
As
Eldritch
this little
Blast the
squirrel is just like... and just wildly throwing acorns at all of you.
I'm going
Well,
to
I
say,
Eldritch
and I'm
Blasted
going to say
for 14.
Barnabas, kill.
You tell him to kill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to Eldritch Blast the squirrel.
Do you Eldritch Blast the squirrel?
I do. Finger guns. Pew, pew. And it's a 15 to hit.
Spirit gun.
15 to hit. A squirrel.
And maximum damage. 10
Okay.
points of Eldritch Blast damage to its feet.
Give me a second.
That's gonna be a curse. I just know it's gonna be like some sort of like.
Okay. So this squirrel, which was like on top of this pillar, like as tall as Akmos, you hit it with your Eldritch Blast, and then it kind of like flies off the pillar back, and as it's tumbling in the air, it slowly starts to grow
Oh, fuck.
and become humanoid.
Uh-oh. It's a person.
It's a gnome, and then he kind of like lands, and he like sits and he looks at you all for a moment,
I mean, like, I thought there was
and then
something
he goes
weird about you.
and then he just starts eating a rock.
Interesting.
He's just sitting there like biting a rock as if it was a nut.
After he speaks
And
gibberish.
he was a squirrel.
Can I use comprehend languages? Because it's
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to pull it up. I want to use comprehend languages.
Warlocks with their weird-ass assortment of, like, utility spells.
Yeah, pretty excited about it. Comprehend
Yeah.
language, and I want to like poke him and get him to talk again. Because I can only, it says I can't speak it, but I can hear it, right?
Yeah. Comprehend languages.
Yeah.
He is speaking gibberish. You cannot comprehend what he's saying.
I think he's been a squirrel for too long.
And
Fucking
when you
through it.
poke him, he's just like blah, 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 blah.
You do that really well. I'm very impressed.
Thank you. Squeak squeaker.
Can I examine to see if he's cursed or if he's crazy? Those are the things I'm looking for. Is he under a spell or is he just batshit crazy? That's what I'm looking for. So
You can give me both an Arcana and a Medicine check.
all right, medicine, natural 20, Arcana 2. Which with my bonus, it's a 3.
You're not
Medicine
sure
is
if it's
21.
necessarily but it does appear to be at least true insanity.
Like
you see
madness.
like just the look in his eyes, But this could have been technically from a magical. But you're pretty sure it would be beyond standard psychiatric practice, which is virtually nothing, as far as you're aware. You would think maybe a greater restoration would restore his mind.
So I do not have access to that at this moment.
I'm gonna tie him up. I'm gonna be like, we'll be back for you later. And then head into the cave.
Give me a sleight of hand.
I'm not good at those.
You tied him up.
But how big is he?
Oh wait, no,
really?
I'm gonna point to Akmos and be like, Akmos, tie him up. Because I rolled a 6.
How big is he?
Oh no.
He's
He's
the
a gnome.
size of a gnome. So he's like
He's a small toddler.
2-3 feet.
Put him
Okay.
in a hobo bindle.
Akmos, don't you have a bunch of pouches on you? Can't we, tie him up and put him in one of your pouches? So that he doesn't get, like, eaten or killed or something. And as I'm talking, I'm gonna, poke him in the forehead and be like, Oi! Can you turn back into a squirrel for us? And, start poking him.
He looks you dead in the eyes and goes, squeak, squeaker, squeak, and squeak.
I'm gonna repeat exactly back what he said to me and hope to God that he figured it out.
I will lash it like one of those chickens.
No, don't fucking eat it.
Lash it, not lap it or something. No. Oh, great. That's an 8.
You're gonna have advantage
Okay.
But you got 6 fucking
just based on that overwhelming size.
Yeah.
6 arms.
Okay. Okay. 17 to tie up the X squirrel.
Okay.
X person. Squirrel X person.
Yeah. No, he's like, but he's tied up.
Put him tie it to the back of my belt. Just loop it on the belt.
He's just like,
Oh, you're just gonna hang him off you.
Yeah, like the 90s Warhammer Giant, where it's got like halflings and pigs hanging off
he's
of
just he's trying to wiggle free, and he's just like,
I'm gonna look at him at Akmos.
and then he just keeps making that sound.
Well, looks like the idea of sneaking in's gone. Come on, heroes of the fucking realm, let's go.
And
As
we
he's got- as
go
I
into the
walk in.
cave.
With a 6-armed giant, a minotaur, and a 6-armed giant that's got a gnome tied to his belt screaming gibberish.
This is gonna sound kind of weird, but I'm actually gonna take some of those acorns with me.
Yeah, but and eat them in front of him.
Well, no, I don't know. I get the feeling like
Like they're powerful.
I don't know.
You think the acorns drove him mad with their deliciousness?
I think he's like an old man in the cave, and he's all like, "This, it's dangerous to go alone. Take these."
Oh.
Oh, I do have a map.
Well
This
done,
one.
Dora. Well done.
It's under T for the. I hate that when maps do that.
I also hate it when maps organize themselves.
But using
It's just when they include
as
the I
organizer.
look for I exclude that. Okay, so you guys are at the entrance. There we go. You guys start walking towards the entrance, and give me 1 second to place everyone. and share.
Alright, into the cave we go.
Well, actually, before you all do that, when you start to approach the entrance, a number of those large roots begin to move and rise up. And we're probably going to end that here today.
Son of a... The spirit's like, son of a bitch! And just like draw his sword.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. Alright. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you again on Monday, where we'll be talking about the Badab Wars from Warhammer 40k. Yep, another good old cliffhanger ending there, Lola.
I feel like this is how we end all of them. Is like just,
they're always cliffhangers.
we're about to do something.
We're about to do
Time
combat.
to go.
Yeah.
And we're like, we got 20 minutes. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because Ben, you would have us fight all the way to the end. We're like, no. Haha. We're like, no. My knee.
See you, Ava. See you, Lola. Yeah.
I love
so we'll be doing Badab Wars on Monday, and then we'll be continuing this next week. No foreseeable random conflicts in our schedule until Will's lady friend has her baby. So hopefully we'll be able to continue with your regularly scheduled programming. Thanks everybody. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.